Hey, welcome back to the Ingrid Norton channel. I am here today to talk to you about 3 particular IT certifications for those of you that may want to get into the IT world. I was really inspired to do this because recently I've been thinking about how, although I love my job, I don't make the millions quite yet, right? And I would love to make more. And I thought about so many careers out there that are in the IT industry that make a lot of money. And for very little initial effort, as in you don't have to have a degree in IT. You can literally get a certification, which is taking a test, like paying a fee to take a test to prove you know such and such material. And then you can find a job in that. And 3 particular certifications stood out to me. And so I wanted to read my little notes here so I don't miss anything. One of those entry-level certifications is the CompTIA, spelled C-O-M-P, and then capital T-I-A, Security Plus certification. You can make entry-level money at $58,780 per year. That's amazing. So if you happen to be a single parent, this is ideal. 58,000 is pretty much like 60, and you can have like a solid income. And obviously if you are a married couple, then you can make double that, which is awesome. But that is like the most basic test. A lot of Department of Defense jobs require that you have a Security Plus to get your foot in the door. It's like the essential of the essentials. And job titles that you can have with this are Systems Administrator, Network Administrator, and Security Administrator. So you can look at all of the job titles, see what they bring in. And obviously if you happen to work for a private company, a private IT company, and they're based out in California and you live in the Midwest, you get the California salary or pretty darn close. I mean, they are obviously aware of this and they might pay a little bit less for someone who's like a remote worker in the South or in the Midwest, but you still get a decent pay that's probably better than average. So something to think about if you're strategizing how to maximize what you bring in. Another certification is the CompTIA Network Plus certification. You can make on average $62,000 per year. And job titles that you can land with this certification is Junior Network Administrator and Network Field Technician. Last one, the CompTIA CYSA Plus, entry level-ish, which is like between 1 year to 4 years of experience with the certification is $69,000. So notice that the 1 year experience is more than just nothing. Like you have to have some kind of experience. But that's not to say that you can't just go out and get this test and only have this test as your proof of knowledge, and you could still go get a job. And I think some companies would be like, okay, why am I like, whoa, trying to make you guys dizzy here? Okay, sorry. Like holding the phone, okay? In my office on the red couch, just like doing a quick video while my kids are sleeping. Okay, yes. Even my 7-year-old takes a nap. All right. Job titles with the CYSA certification is Cybersecurity Analyst, Security Operations Center Analyst, Threat Intelligence Analyst, Security Engineer, and Vulnerability Analyst. So all of these job titles sound really amazing. Like when you think about it, you don't have to get it. Like let's say you never got your associates or your bachelor's or a master's. Like let's say you just graduated high school, okay, and you didn't get a single credit of college classes in. You could go study for this test, give yourself like 2 months, maybe 3, possibly, and go take this test. This test is a few $100s. I think it's like 381, 300. It's in a $300 range, okay? And worst case scenario, $400. But you spend $400, take this test, and you can go out, once passed, you can go out and apply for jobs that'll bring in instantly like a ton of money. So if you're working like McDonald's job, this is for you. What would it be like to make a few extra grand per month? Like that changes your whole life. So if you're tired of making no money or very little money, this is a great option. The great thing about IT is that you don't have to be an expert in all the different facets of IT. You don't have to be an expert programmer, an expert network administrator. You just have to master your little piece of the IT puzzle and get a job in that. And you only need a little like rinky-dink certification to make the big bucks. And that's what makes IT really interesting, fascinating, because most careers you have to like get a degree in that to kind of know what you're doing. And with IT, as long as you can prove that you know the information and get the job done, then you can get the job. And that certification proves that you know the information. So I have been giving it a thought in my own life about what I want and what kind of lifestyle I would like to live. You only get one life. So why not make some moolah while we're here, right? Why not make some money? What would that mean for you and your family? And if you don't have family, what would that mean just for you? Would you get to travel the world as often as you like? Would you get to buy nice gifts for your nieces and nephews or your family, your immediate family, if you do have kids? What would that mean for paying off your house? I mean, this is one of the things that I've really put some thought into. Like, you know, let's say I get a job making $70K and I have my husband's income be the one that provides for the family, and then my income goes after taxes all to putting it towards the house. I could pay off the house in like 3 years, a decent house in 3 years time. And rather than do the 30-year drag out where you're just like taking forever to pay it off, like what would that mean to make $70K extra to your family income? That would change a lot. And let's say you don't end up loving it, but you just like it. That's fine. You can just like your job. You don't have to love your job. Now, if you hate your job, then obviously that's not for you. But just that's okay to just like the job and you get paid for it. And you're providing a service and you're getting paid dollar bills in exchange for it. And let's say you really just end up getting burnt out. That's totally fine, because what's great about it is you're not signing your life away. You're not promising to be an IT network engineer for the rest of your life. Let's say you get tired in 3 years. Just be like, you know, that was great. I'm glad I made a chunk of money, but I'd rather make less money and do something that I really, really love. That's totally fine. In the end, you're like that many more years ahead of your money goals, whether that's like putting it towards retirement or paying off your house. You can go back to working at McDonald's if you want, you know, like whatever floats your boat. But you can make so much money in a short amount of time. Just do the job for a short amount of time. You make that much more money and then do something else that you like. You know, you don't have to promise your life away. Like this is could just be another side career in your, 30-year career plan. So just something to think about. I've thought about it, and what I'm currently studying for is the CYSA plus certification, just because you can start out at about $69,000-$70,000. And if you have a spouse that happens to be in the IT world, like try getting a job with their company, since they already have an in that company, and you can be making what your spouse makes. I mean, if you're in the same field, like if you're both network engineers, I mean, network. All right. Hope this helps. Like if you got inspired or learn something new, I would love to have you guys come back. Come back and visit the Ingrid Norton channel anytime you want. All right, take care. Bye.